Hello friends, it's Caddy. Today I'm sharing my 69th process video titled Autumn. This is a project for Sketch and Scrap from the Sketch and Scrap blog. That was the sketch that we are following that you just saw, and this is my layout. This sketch is not just a regular sketch that we follow, it's one of the Twist Back Thursday sketches for the month of October. And Twist Back Thursday, basically all it means is besides having to follow a sketch, there's also a twist. So in this case, the twist is to use a fall theme. So that's exactly what I'm doing. The background paper that I am beginning with is a cork paper, and that is from Die Cuts with a View. I will show you guys in a little bit. I will lift the paper up just so you can see, because that cork paper is very thin and it's not sturdy. So I did back that, there you go. I backed it on some white cardstock just to make it sturdy. And then the papers that I'm cutting up now is from the 6x6 paper pad. It's the American Crafts Autumn Crisp paper pad. And I really love these autumn colors because it's not just your traditional, orange and browns, fall colors. It has pinks, it has the teals, it has greens. I mean, it's really, really pretty. So I really like this, this collection. Or this paper pad that I have. So basically what I'm doing is I'm following the sketch. The sketch was 4 pictures on the sketch, but I decided to use these 3. Unfortunately, I live in Miami, Florida, so we don't have fall. It's sad to say, I know, but we don't have fall. As pretty as it is and as pretty as it must be to live where there's fall, we don't have fall. So what I'm scrapbooking are photos from a trip that we took. It was 2013. We went to Tennessee, and these pictures were taken in Gatlinburg, and we had gone up the what is it called? The Sky Ride, I think it's called, where you go up to like a lookout point in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. Sorry, I can't talk. So that's what we're doing, and so yeah, basically, I mean, I really don't want to scrap. I mean, I technically could, or just scrap pictures from, the months of fall, but I really wanted to do something that was fall related. So I had these pictures which I had not scrapbooked. I'm just finishing up that album. I thought I was done with it, but I'm not. So I am just kind of finishing up that album for that vacation, and I'll be sharing that very, very soon. I'm planning on doing a few album shares. I'm just kind of putting finishing touches on my albums. Since I scrap kind of going back and forth, I tend to not finish things. So that's a little goal I have set for myself, especially now that during the months of October, November, and December, I am not going to be making any new purchases. I'm going to focus on finishing unfinished projects and not buying anything and using my stash. So that is what I am doing. So yeah, so basically my point is that I don't really have any fall or autumn related photos. So these were perfect. These were during Thanksgiving, which is still in the fall sort of season. And yeah, so it's as close to fall as it's gonna get for me. So basically right now all I'm doing, I'm just layering these papers, and obviously with this paper pad, with the 6x6 paper pad, you kind of have to get creative, because you don't have the big pieces of paper. So you kind of have to cut things up and match things up, and that's kind of, but it's fun for me to match things up and to kind of put things together, put pieces together. So that's what I'm doing here. So you saw that I cut up that paper with leaves and the little squirrels and acorns. I cut it up and then I matted it on the teal paper, which is just from my stash, just a piece of teal cardstock. And then I cut it so that the bottom piece is at the bottom, and then the top, which is the bigger piece, is on top. And then that pink paper, which I matted on some light gray, which comes in that paper pad, I went ahead and cut it in half, and then did the same thing, kind of matched it up. And then I thought I was going to use this ribbon that I have in my stash, but I decided not to use the ribbon. I decided to just use this paper I just didn't feel like it was gonna go. And I could have removed the ribbon and saved it, but you know what? I have a whole roll of that ribbon, and it's not something I'm going to use a lot, so I really didn't care. I just covered it up. So yeah, so I just used that sort of chevron paper, which I cut up. And yeah, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just layering things here and there where I think they go, and we're, you know, just kind of trying to stay true to that sketch. Because it's a great sketch. I think the sketch is by Kelly Hollyfield, who's really great. All the ladies at Sketch and Scrap are great. If you guys haven't checked out Sketch and Scrap, make sure you do. It's sketchandscrap.blogspot.com. I'll be sure to put a link below to them. And I'm part of their design team for this term, so it's a lot of fun. It's always great to follow a sketch because you have a starting point, and you know where to start your layout. So you're not just kind of sitting there and saying, what do I do, where do I start? You know where to start. So it makes the process a whole lot easier. I find myself, with these projects that I do for Sketch and Scrap, they come together really easily. Like, I don't struggle with them. I don't have a hard time, figuring out what I'm going to do. The sketch itself kind of, tells me what to do, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's really great. So this page is fairly simple. It's, the complicated part about it is just the fact that I have to cut things up and kind of match things up because I don't have like big 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So that's the only complicated part about this. But other than that, it's a simple layout. And then I'm just matching up my photos. Again, the sketch shows 4 photos, but I'm using 3 photos. 3 bigger photos because the sketch really calls for smaller photos. And then I'm just moving that paper down, the brown paper with the leaves. I'm just moving that. And something that took me long as well was just because I matted everything. And now I'm going to matte my photos as well. Usually, if you guys watch my videos, I matte everything on dark gray or black cardstock. In this case, I went with a light gray just because the photos themselves are dark. Except for the one, that one photo that I'm cutting up right now. But the other ones are pretty dark. So I went with a light gray cardstock just to matte those photos and to make them pop a bit more off the page. So, and I think that just was perfect and added the perfect touch. And I was really happy with this layout and the way it turned out. It came out really pretty, and I was very happy with that. So what I'm doing now, I took some of that thin cardboard that I always use. You guys will see me use this stuff on mostly all my videos. And I'm just using that to just put behind my photos, to add a little bit of dimension to my photos, so they come off the page a little bit. And I'm just trying to be kind of smart as to where I place the thin cardboard, because my photos are going to overlap. So you're going to see that I'm going to have to cut off a few pieces from the back to kind of, so that everything kind of fits together like a puzzle. So as you can see there, I'm putting on top, but I didn't put a piece on the bottom because the bottom of that photo is overlapping with that bottom photo. And then this one, I cut off a piece, and I'm going to have to cut off a bigger piece. I'm cutting off from there, yeah, just to make it kind of fit together. And I had to cut off a bit more. So yeah, just so that everything kind of fits together like a puzzle. And the cardboard isn't overlapping over my photo, because then it's not going to be even and it's not going to be very pretty. And with time, that's going to get ugly and so yeah. So this sketch calls for a tag above that top portion, so I just made a tag, a faux tag with my with the paper, with that same chevron paper, and I'm just putting some yellow twine through it, and that worked out really well. That's the great thing about these papers. I mean, you can kind of make your own embellishments, so it's great. It's a great thing. You got to get creative with it. And then I'm making little banners and fishtail banners to put up top. And I'm just taking different papers and just going to make that little cluster of banners, which is also in the sketch. Now the sketch itself didn't have a ton of embellishing. You'll notice it's very simple, just mainly focusing on the papers. So I kept my embellishing pretty simple with this. I didn't get too complicated with it. See me kind of looking through everything that I have that is fall related, and I picked these basic gray chipboard stickers. And this chipboard stickers pack is actually called Indian Summer. Yeah, Indian Summer, but it's a fall related pack. And I love it because it has the pinks and the yellows and the oranges, so it's really pretty and it matched really well. I'm going to use a few of those pieces. I thought about using that fall down there, but I don't use it. I just use that little piece that says fall in love. And then that little tree was perfect also. I love that tree. It's a yellow tree. So yeah, I'm just going to pick a few pieces just to embellish a little bit around my page, just to add a little bit of interest. And yeah, that's going to basically finish off, you know, as far as what I do on this layout. And then I add some twine to the acorns. I add some twine. And I will add some twine to this piece that I'm holding right now. That little fall in love. I'm going to grab some brown twine and I'm going to add some twine to that. And I am going to show you guys in a minute. You're going to see that I pop in that that cork paper stack, which I didn't realize I didn't show you guys at the beginning, but I will show it now at the end. And it's the die cuts with a view, the cork, printed cork 12 by 12 stack. So I love cork, so it's fun to use. And then what I do also do is I'm going to get my, right now I'm putting my hot glue gun, there it is. I'm putting my hot glue gun to, I turned it on so that it starts heating up, because I'm going to stick that photo, that top photo is not sticking down very well. So I'm going to use some hot glue to get that down and get that stuck. Just because I'm not sticking it to paper, I'm sticking it to this cork. So I just want to make sure that it sticks. The other photo seems to stick pretty well. But this one was just kind of, it wasn't getting stuck. And mainly was because my ATG ran out of tape in the middle of my layout, so I had to use that small little tape runner. So I just wanted to have something a little bit more sturdy. So you're going to see me in just a minute. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue behind that. There you go. Just a little bit of hot glue, just to get that down. And that little string from the hot glue was all over the place. So that's what I'm kind of getting off my layout right now. The little strings from the hot glue. And then there I go with the twine, just adding some twine behind my little acorns, just as a decorative touch. And there's my head. Sorry about that. And then that just kind of adds a little finishing touch to my layout. And there it is. Here are a few close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to check out Sketch and Scrap. There's lots of fun contests every month, so you guys can enter your layouts and follow the sketches from the blog. I will put the link below to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye-bye.